Well, joining me now is Erol Morkoc. Now, he is a chief strategist with Republicans overseas, and, well, you're smiling, which probably says what? How do you think the last hour has gone?
Well, the way I saw it was Trump came over with a clear and present message that nationalism does not mean isolationism in the United States, and the same thing can be true for Great Britain. He highlighted the fact that we're the largest direct foreign investment in each other's countries, in pharmaceuticals, in automobiles, and in refined oil. And that's jobs, that's pensions, and that's real money in real people's pockets. So he came over to looking to strengthen that bilateral agreement, and I think he's on message there.
On message, there's always a fear at the start of a news conference involving Donald Trump that he might go off script. Did he at all in this? Do you think?
No. Once he got over the landing tweet, he's kept things pretty cordial as he was. He made the little comment about the NHS, but again, that's not policy. That's just part of the negotiation tactics, kind of the way he is. So I thought the way he conducted himself there was as he should have.
He will be looking always over his shoulder at what's happening back home. The images of yesterday and that news conference today and the images that will emerge today, he'll be happy, will he?
I think he will be very happy. As he mentioned, he has 94% Republican support. The images he's getting back home. Look, we came for a state visit. What a bunch of malcontents in Parliament do or don't do, we didn't come to take pictures with them. We came to see the Queen, and we are seeing the Queen. So it's going to play really well back home. I think that we were very well received. He mentioned that he didn't see the protesters. I was down at that exact place doing an interview at the time, so when he came by, there was a lot less people than now have come there. So,
well, there are thousands of people on the streets. They are demonstrating. I mean, it is there.
Sure, and I was down there, but at the time that he went by there was very few people, because I was down there with a reporter actually for that purpose, and we were like, well, where are the people?
And what do you think? Let's just look at yesterday and the role the royal family has taken in this. Is that something? It's obviously unique to this country. Does that help when the president can then move on to the politics that he's done today, with that in the background? Does he feel that that's given him something?
I do. I think it gives him an asymmetrical advantage in negotiating with your elected government, because you have a monarchy which sort of has a sort of state gravitas that he can deal with, and then he can separate the two. So he's able to do a very proper state visit with the Queen and the people he was brought here to do. But when he deals with people who have been very negative, nasty towards him, he's never one to back down from a fight.
But one of those he's turned down, a request to meet, is the leader of the opposition here, who,
yes,
regardless of what he says, isn't there a moment where, well, you're big enough, you're the President of the United States, to talk to anybody who wants to talk to you?
Sure, but I don't think Jeremy Corbyn really deserves an audience. Some of the things he says, the policies he has, for example, nationalizing all of the industry at below market rates. I mean, if you want to end up eating zoo animals like they did in Venezuela, Jeremy Corbyn would be the person to talk to. I don't think Trump wants that. He wants prosperity for the British people.
But you're talking about someone who could be the next Prime Minister of this country after whoever replaces Theresa May.
And I don't think Donald Trump wants to give any sort of visual image that would be what he would want to see. He certainly doesn't want Jeremy Corbyn to be the next Prime Minister, because he wants to build this trade agreement. He wants to build these job-creating things and strengthen our large foreign investment, and Jeremy Corbyn would not be about that at all. He's strongly taking the positions of Venezuela, Iran, enemies of the United States, so why would he want to meet with him? I wouldn't.
Just wonder how those watching in Brussels, members of the EU, would feel about what he was saying today about, shackles being rent asunder, basically, and, Britain could go on its own, that's what everybody should do.
Well, Britain is a unique country in the sense that it is has a water barrier, and so there's a bit of cultural insensitivity from the EU towards the British people in terms of dictating how people behave on their side of the border. So will he ruffle feathers in Brussels? Yes, that's what Donald Trump does. Some people write history, some people read it, he makes it.
And finally, do you think he will regret, and I know he was responding to something Sadiq Khan had said about him, very derogatory, very unpleasant, but do you think he will regret responding in the way he did at the time he did yesterday, given the response that there has been to it?
Absolutely not. He got a very positive response from his fans back home. Sadiq Khan, no disrespect, he is the mayor of London, but he's a small fish in the globalist playing field. It's very disrespectful to the Queen for him to undercut that, and it's very disrespectful to the memory of the 75th anniversary of D-Day, which is why Trump is here. So Sadiq Khan's comments and the way he's been treating Trump over all this time, Trump is never one to back down from a fight, no matter how small, and I think he just woke up and enjoyed sending it out.
Erol, really good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.